There you go. So, welcome all three of us to the community forum. We had a nice different three people last month. So, a little bit sort of strange they're not here because we could have had what, five of us.
Yeah,
Genius, aren't I? You were on holiday
I
last time, weren't you?
was, yes.
Yeah, Joe was
yeah,
on holiday for her sins.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't.
oh yeah.
Sorry, Val?
I wasn't around.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, between the lot of us, we're doing well. So we're on my laptop, unfortunately, because the Eco Hub computer's not playing the game again, which is very frustrating. But there we go. I'll have to apply for a grant to get a better one when I
February.
February. I thought you can do the
Well, January.
January. There you go.
The
Anyway,
presentations of February.
let's see what my presentation says here. Working together for the people of Wellingborough. That's what we're trying to do, anyway.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
There you go. So the agenda today is hello. Well, we know each other, so that's good. I'm Jonathan. This is Joe, and of course we've got Val on the call as well. A little bit about what's on. So basically, all three of us can say what we're doing and what's coming up. So we've got loads of exciting news from my end, and I know Joe's super busy, so I'm sure you'll chip in as well on that. And then we're going to possibly, if we've got time, talk about working together, because there's lots of stuff that could be done better in this town if we only work together. So let's stop sharing. I'm going to go on to that in a sec. Hello.
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 Hello. That was easy, wasn't it? What was I going to say? So the point of this now is we don't really have a presentation because we're all busy people, and we've got we don't want to sit through, I don't know, half hour's presentation when we can just sort of perhaps spend half as much time on this forum as we did before. So that's the plan.
Sounds
So
like a plan.
it's a new forum. What we're going to do then is do the bit that we did in the second half, which is sharing what we do. So I would nominate one of you two to go first.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, Val, since you were first on the call? You even beat me on today, didn't you?
What do I do?
What do you do and what's coming up in your world?
Well, I help people. Basically, I help people to save money. And I also help people to earn some extra money, which a lot of people are now. I've got lots more people joining my team now because of people rents going up, mortgages going up, etc., etc. I also help people. I've been going to St Mark's Church. I haven't been for a little while, but I've been going there fairly regularly through the summer and talking to people about understanding their energy bills. And I've got one lady in particular, she rings me up every time she gets her British gas bill to ask me to pop round and have a look and make sure it's all right. So I'm giving back, if you like. You know, she's not likely to switch to utility warehouse, but if I can put her mind at rest and tell her to put her heating on, then I will. Because
That's fair
I
enough.
think it's a big challenge, really, with a lot of the older people. I mean, she's younger than me, but, you know, not the same attitude. I think a lot of older people and younger people just don't understand their bills and just don't, they worry about them too much.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. And you were going to do something with the Eco Group's Energy Savers thing, weren't we? Same sort of, well,
Yeah.
we're basically trying to work on the same thing. But it's a tough crowd, isn't it? Because people don't like to be told how to save energy, basically, I think.
No,
It's a
and they
real,
don't like to be told how to save money either.
I think
no.
they're more embarrassed about saying that they need the help
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
in the
point.
you're
first
right.
place.
Yeah,
You are
that's-
right.
Yeah, if you can approach them subtly, it makes a bigger difference.
I do.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know you do, but like if you were to put on an event here, I think people might get put off by other people seeing them.
yeah.
Like they turn
Yeah.
up and see their neighbour knows now that they're struggling for money. But if maybe on a Tuesday when people are coming in anyway, that'd be the time to say, oh, do you want to have a chat with Val while she's here? Because they're here for something else, not for that event.
Yeah, because our Tuesdays are really busy now, Val. I nearly said
Hello.
Joe there, didn't
Yeah.
I? We're getting anywhere between 50 and 70 people coming through the door every week. And that's quite a crowd, isn't it?
I mean, I'd be I'd be quite happy to come down there, perhaps not every week, but maybe once a month, and just sit there with my tablecloth, because it's got utility warehouse on the tablecloth, a few leaflets, and let people come and talk to me if they wish.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to do that for a few hours. That's what I do at St Mark's, really.
It might take a couple of weeks for them to get you
Yeah,
to then learn, oh, you'll be here in a month's time, so we'll come back with our bills on that week.
yeah,
Or you could put poster up to say,
Yeah.
bring your bill, and
Bring your bill.
Yeah.
Val's going to try and
yeah.
look at your bills and see if there are any savings.
Yeah.
To avoid
be added.
embarrassment, it helps to link it in and hide it under something else.
Yeah, so we'll have you in the car park just round the corner. Is that all right?
yeah.
In the corner behind the coats.
That's it.
I mean, our free price draw now is either 20,000 or your mortgage paid for 2 years. The choice. Okay, it's only one winner, I know that, but why wouldn't people enter that?
Yeah.
Don't know. Anyway,
don't.
there we go. There we go. Are you attending any actual events or doing anything sort of, obviously you said about St Mark's. Are you going anywhere else? Are you going
Well,
out of the town even?
I'm not particularly doing anything in Wellingborough.
Okay.
I've tried to get in with the Tithe Barn craft fairs, but they don't respond to anything.
Oh.
There's not a lot else going on that I can do, because either I'm busy doing something else, or I thought about the library, really. Let me
Yeah,
sit in the
that'd be a good
library,
point.
but they're a bit anti, because I think they're tied up with some organisation that helps people save money on their bills or something.
Oh,
When they had an event there going back a few months, they said yes to me going to start with, and then they came back to me and said I couldn't go because Northants Council had some tie up with somebody or other, but it was completely nothing to do with what I do. But the fact they see energy, it's was a bit, they put me off, basically.
No,
But it's
fair
those sort of things. I mean, I could go into the job centre,
yeah.
but it's just finding the contact. I mean, people have done that before, and I think, not me, partners, other partners, and they've really been pushy. Well, I'm not pushy. I'm quite happy for someone just to come talk to me. Whether I end up with a customer or a new partner or not, it's irrelevant. I'm just trying to help people, that's all.
I've got a contact at the job centre.
Have you?
Yeah, that works to try and help improve the physical and mental well-being of the clients that they're dealing with. So I
okay.
think that would come under it, helping them with their bills,
Yeah.
alleviating that stress and the worry. So I can speak to them and get them, pass your email on and contact on to them. That's all right.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah.
You've just missed their over 50s. I know this is a bit pants me telling you this, but you've just missed their over 50s Wellbeing and Employment Day. So that would have been a cracking thing for you. I got invited, I think I was told about it 9 o'clock in the morning and it started at 10 sort of thing. So, but we still got there. So
That's
there
how
you go.
I've now got the contacts.
Yeah, well, I've got that same contact now, I think. But, well, I know I have, but there we go. Okay.
What's happening? Do you know what's happening at the Victoria Centre? That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Not at the moment. I haven't had a recent update.
I was there at the weekend. We had something called Fresh Fest
Yes.
for 11 to 18-year-olds. Not possibly as well attended as I thought it was going to be, because I don't know why. Because they certainly shared it everywhere. Crikey, every time I turned my computer or phone on, this Fresh Fest was on. But there was probably about 100 kids that come. I say
That's a
kids.
good turnout.
I mean, it's not bad, but it was in every room. Do you know what I mean? So because it was so spread out, and because as you know, Val, the Victoria Centre's a bit of a warren, isn't it? It's got lots and lots of different rooms. It didn't look like there were loads of kids there. I think that's probably the right thing to say. And certainly about halfway through it, they had about 20, and it was a bit like, oh dear, here we go. But eventually the kids come, mainly because they went out and dragged them off the street, I think. But there we go.
If it works, do it.
Exactly. So I said Wellingborough Eco Group and Welly Wombles both had a stall. And the only thing that actually worked with them was actually getting a game out. We had a game there, sat there for probably 3 hours. Nobody played it until I put the game in the middle of everything on one of the sort of dining tables, because that's the room we were on, and everybody went mad for it. It was only a little marble game like we have.
Why I have games at the family festival.
Absolutely.
Works every time.
Absolutely. So that's what the kids were interested in, really, was games. There was some interesting stuff there, but that's not what we're really talking about. The Victoria Centre itself, one of them said there was a 80-20 chance of them closing. Yeah. And another one said that they'll be all right. So it's really, really difficult to look at that. They've now not got the manager. You know, Kevin's left.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So they've now got, like, the manager's now spread over 3 people. So you've got Diane, who was basically running it anyway, all the sort of backroom stuff.
Is she the black girl?
Yeah. Lovely girl.
Yeah,
And
I know.
she's basically like been running it anyway. Not that Kevin hasn't been doing anything, but she's just the heartbeat of that place. So she's now manager, in inverted comments, of the day-to-day stuff. You've got Marta, who is and has been the children's services manager forever. She's now actually got manager status, if you like, of that side of it. And then you've got Bogdan, I'm sure you know, local councillor. Really lovely guy. I mean, absolute would do anything for anybody sort of guy. He's looking after sort of the funds and fundraising and everything else. So he's kind of a bit more, I don't know, backseat, if you like, but running the really important stuff, because without pennies, none of us can do anything, basically. As we know, Joe, don't we? We do. So those 3 are running it. You've got Marion, our mate Marion Turner-Hawes, who is the treasurer of the charity. So she's helping out too. And they've got quite a few people sort of trying to help out. But like I say, for one of them, and I'm not going to say who's who, to say that they're 80-20 going to close, and another one to say, I will be okay.
Hiya.
Hello.
I was just texting you.
Got a lady saying she's texting Joe. That's quite
Back
exciting.
in one moment.
There you go. Joe's just going to see what the lady wanted. Like I say, it should survive, I think. Like I say, they had a nice fundraising event in the town centre. I don't know if you saw that on social media. That was very popular. The hall itself seems to be like quite full of different things. It's just coming back to the points that you were making earlier. The price of electricity and gas, that's killing them. And also like running repairs. It's an old building. So unfortunately there's a lot of money to spank out every week, every month. And they're not generating enough money, and they haven't been getting grants because, for whatever reason, they just haven't. Unfortunately, some people are either good at it and some people aren't. Obviously, they haven't been doing it, so they can't have been much good at it. So they're treading water. I think Marion, because she's excellent at getting grants, will seek and get those grants, and then as one of them says, they should be okay. But yeah, anyway, shall we move on, because you want to go in a minute, don't you? And I'd like to give Joe
half 3.
half 3. Oh, half 3. Oh, that's all right. It's only on for 45 minutes. So there you go. You're all right. We'll be done in about 15-20 minutes. Joe, would you like to tell us what's going on at Glamis Hall?
Okay. Strap yourself in, folks.
Strap yourself in. Let's see if we can get Joe in middle of the screen a bit.
So we have the day centre, over 50s, Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 3, 3-course meal, and lots of activities. We've got some singers in entertaining at the moment. Then Monday after school, we have GLJ Theatre. We then have Starlight Dance. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are the driving test centre for Wellingborough.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, we have been for a couple of years now, since they were looking for rehoming after they left Halfords,
Oh.
and they moved
So
up here.
you,
They've been here about
you
5
get
months.
you get income from that.
Yes, we get a small
Oh,
income.
that's good.
Yes.
Good.
Millionaires, don't listen to them. They get paid.
DBSA might be. They don't like parting with their money.
No, I bet.
Tuesday afternoons, I have a bingo club that is open to anyone. It's a hire. That starts at 2:45 till 3:45. Then I have Starlight Dance Kids. Then GLJ Theatre Core, which are the older teens. I think it's 15 upwards. Wednesdays, I have Mini Me Mindfulness starting.
This is exciting.
This is so it's about emotional and mental well-being for children that are under school age, and helping them learn about their emotions and how to deal with them. It turns them into superpowers so that they're not scared of them, and they learn to deal with them, so they hopefully take it through their lives. That's through some funding from the Northamptonshire County Council Well Northants grant. So that's going to be running. And then in January, she's also going to be starting to work with older children after school as well. Wednesday at 5:30, I have a new exercise class, 5:30 till 6.
Do you?
I do. And then from 5:30 till 6:30, and then 6:45 till 8:10, I have Zumba. Thursdays during term time, we have youth club in the afternoons. I now have a acrobatics gymnastics class that starts at 6 till 8.
I didn't know any of this. These
are new.
This is all new stuff.
They're new. And again, Thursday with DBSA Driving Test Centre. Fridays, I have Premier League Kicks, which is run by Northampton Town Football Club. So they're out on the field during the summer, and then in the winter they move inside. So tonight's their last night outside, and then because of the clocks changing at the weekend, so then they'll move inside. It's through the Premier League. It's all about getting children involved that struggle in a classroom setting, need to burn off some energy, need to learn how to work as a team, sharing, things like that. So a lot of them are referred through schools, but you can just turn up and join. They meet every Friday. I then have a group of ladies that play badminton on a Friday evening, and the first Friday of every month I have line dancing.
Wow.
Saturdays, we're
Crikey.
a venue for hire. We have indoor car boot sales. Our next big event is Saturday the 9th of December. Santa will be here for the day.
Yeah.
Lots of craft stalls so people can buy Christmas presents and see Santa while they're here. What else have I got? Then Sunday mornings I have a church group, and Sunday afternoons gang show rehearsals are about to start.
Your boots,
That's it.
your car boot sale
Yeah.
Saturday. When are they? Are they the first Saturday of the month?
No, they're the second Saturday of some months. The next one is January.
Okay, what's the date in January? Let me
That's a good
write.
question, isn't it?
Is. Hold on.
Okay. Go on, Joe will find that out for you. I might just break the computer if I look.
Because I might come along again. I did do them a little while ago, didn't I? And then one of my team started doing them.
January, it will be the 13th, Saturday the 13th. So it's set up from 9:15, and then doors open 9 till 12.
Okay.
It's very busy this
Email
month.
me if you would like a table.
I will.
Very busy this month. It was quite a thing, wasn't it? Yeah. We've had,
I'll have a look
a
at
couple
the
of quiet months, but this month it was really quite a thing.
The first one back in September always tends to be quiet because people have overspent in the summer holidays trying to occupy children.
Yes, I can imagine that. Bless them. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
well, no, me too.
September's quieter, but then October is normally a busier one.
Of course, don't forget their indoor car boot sales. The Eco Group does have repair cafes, and we are open in this lovely place where we are now, which is the Eco Hub, for something called So Social, so we can fix your vests. I was going to say knickers and stuff, but there we go. We can fix things like shoes and stuff. And the swap shop is on as well, which you might sort of, if anybody's looking at this for the first time, and thinking that we're in a charity shop. We genuinely are. So I think you've done there, haven't you? So I can
Yeah, I
now.
think I'm all done.
Cool.
I've got a
Uh-oh.
computer screen here. It kept flashing on and off, so I got a new one. I don't know if that could be repaired and given to somebody.
If you book it in at the Eco Group's website, which is wellingboroughecogroup.org.uk/repair-cafe. Did you get all that?
Go onto the website, scroll down the left-hand side. It's all in alphabetical order, and look for Repair Cafe.
Yeah, Joe knows. Joe's far more sensible than me.
It's quicker.
Okay,
It's quicker. There you go.
I'll do
You
that.
can book it in, and then we'll have all the right tools and stuff, and you'll get a nice time slot rather than sitting there twiddling your thumbs. So it's
Okay.
all organised by a superstar called Judy, and it's really quite an event. Do you know what I mean? We'll fix almost anything as long as it's legal, obviously. Funny enough,
Yeah.
even bicycles. We have bicycles out here in the summer, so that's quite a thing. And I think, like talking, like the Eco Group and Glamis Hall have been working together for crikey at
For a
least
while.
years for years now. It is like we've been in existence September. I think it was 4 years now, and I
Yeah,
think
it's
we pretty
2
much.
years since you moved in here.
It was a
Yeah.
year,
Well, it was a year
in
that
September.
you moved in officially, but you were here long before that as
Oh
well,
yes,
weren't you?
yeah. We moved from the
It's
Victoria
about
Centre
2
after the
years.
pandemic. I think it might even be longer than that, but yeah, no, we've kind of taken over the community room and made it into the Eco Hub, which is a very popular thing for people. Like I say, on a Tuesday, you get 70 people sometimes through the door.
How old? What's the timing of that on a Tuesday?
12 till 6. And out
Right.
there we have our swap shop, which you can bring
Yeah.
anything you like in and swap it for anything else. We've got a school uniform reuse project. So we've got a school uniform bank, actually. Big old warehouse sort of racking thing with all different sizes in. That's helped lots of people out already, actually. That's a surprising
Okay.
success because we haven't pushed that much. We have food sharers. So if you want to come and get a free potato or some bread or something like that, again, 12 till 6, loads and loads of food comes in. We quite often have, sorry, I've got to do some maths now. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? We quite often have 20, those big green plastic sort of vegetable crates. You quite often have 20 of those full. And we get it all in, redistribute it. Doesn't have to cost anybody any money. Donations are always welcome, of course. And we just share it all about. That's why it's called food sharers, funnily enough. That's supported by the co-op. There we go. By Tesco sometimes as well. We've actually just got a grant from Sainsbury's as well. So we're hoping that that's going to make a big difference. We're going to have a nice posh see-through fridge so people don't have to sort of keep on opening the other one and letting all the cold air out. And we've also got something called Happy Cafe, which we're going to be working with Action for Happiness on. That's also on a Thursday as well, 10 till 2. And we basically get all the stuff that we get from food sharers, which is why I've left it till last, and cook it up for people. And they can have that for free. So you can come in for a free meal twice a week. Plus you get free cups of tea or coffee. And again, we might get our milk and stuff from the co-op. So there you go, just in case you haven't noticed. But of course, that's not all the Eco Group do. We do lots, don't we?
You do.
We do. So tonight we have Fun Fridays. So it's a free-for-all tonight. I haven't even advertised it yet. It's terrible, isn't it? But so yeah, we'll have the video games out again because it's half term. But we always have them out on the last Friday of every month. So if you want to come and play Sonic from 6 till 8, or I don't know, Mario Kart on the Wii or the games and stuff like that, it's all on. It's going to be a bit mayhem, but that's great. That's the way we like it on a Friday night. Tomorrow, this is why I'm not that rude. I wasn't just playing with my phone. I was having a look for stuff. Tomorrow, if it works, we have a litter pick. So it's Northern Way. I think that's the French town rather than Northern England, if you know what I mean. Which is up by Find an Industrial Estate, for those that don't know the area too well, backing onto the Hemmingwell. From 10 till 12 tomorrow, we're going to be litter picking that with Welly Wombles. That's a cracking thing, as long as the weather's good. I think we did it 2 years ago, and it was snow. It was just horrible. Do you know what I mean? You know when it's wet and cold and you're walking across the field and sinking in it. But I'm hoping that tomorrow's going to be a bit better than that. There's usually no shortage of litter up there as well, so we're going to be quite busy bees. Loads more exciting things to do if I can get my phone to work properly. Now I'm going to show you. We do have our community allotment, so I could bore you with all the photos, but I've got my phone out now. Is it working? Oh, there you, oh, hello. There you go. There's some photos we took.
Wow.
So you can see there's a nice wooden gazebo. We've even got a speedboat up there and a tree nursery.
A speedboat.
Yeah, of course, every allotment needs a speedboat. Yeah, obviously. You can't really see it actually, but on that photo there, you can just see the back of it. But yeah, it's used as a planter. So the idea is that we try and reuse anything that we can, and just to prove the point, we're reusing a speedboat as a planter.
Why not?
Because you just would, of course. There you go. On a Thursday in the Eco Hub, we do the Swap Shop and Happy Cafe again, like I say, and the what's it called? The school uniform reuse project. But we also have Eco Crafters. That looks quite good on a phone through a screen like that. So that means anybody can come in, bring their sewing or their craft projects or whatever it is, and just join in and have a bit of a knit and natter, if you like to say that. That's a lovely group. We've extended that now to a Monday night as well. So there's something called So Social on a Monday night, 6 till 8 p.m. again. We try and keep the same times to stop us getting confused more than anybody else. And that's been attracting sort of 10 and 12 people every week. So a load of ladies and children. Not many men folk go to that one, I'm afraid, but that's quite nice. I mean, people really get in and sort of chat about it. It's a lovely thing to do. I'll come back to that one. Something really exciting that we're going to do, and I'm mindful of the time, but is we're doing some tree planting on the 18th. Now, here's my phone behaving itself. There you go. There's another little poster created probably by my Kilbourne Park.
Whereabouts are you doing that?
Kilbourne Park. Do you know?
That's opposite.
Glen Eagles or Harrowden Road?
Harrowden Road End.
Oh, right.
So yeah, by Kilbourne Close. In fact, actually, you can just about see the map on there. Look, there you go.
Oh, right.
So yeah, it's the slope that isn't really used for anything. To sort of, if you can say the north of the park or the east of the park, sorry. As you go down Kilbourne Road, and then there's a really big corner, isn't there?
Yeah.
Just on that corner, there is a slope, and it's sort of uneven. It's not any good for anything really, unless it's snowing. I guess you could probably go down it with a sledge. But we've got 400 trees from the Woodland Trust to be planted. So that's the biggest planting of trees I think ever in Wellingborough. Do you know what I mean? That anybody's ever tried to attempt it. So all we're doing is to ask people to bring their spades and help join us to plant some trees on the 18th, 9 till 12. It's a Saturday. I've ordered decent weather, and I'm bringing cups of tea and coffee. There'll even be hand washing facilities. There'll be our sort of tent up there, so we'll have a few snacks and stuff available. And that's being supported really well by Northamptonshire County Council. Any trees that are left over will be going down to our community allotment tree nursery. And we're also starting something called More Trees Now. So in November, we're going to start asking people to rescue saplings and give them to us, so then we can redistribute them around the town. So there you go. So there's loads and loads more on. Crikey, we've had our Eco Club for Kids on today. It's a kids group, any age. During term time, it's homeschool. During the holidays, it's for any kids. In fact, there we go. They've been doing pumpkins. So these were all actually grown on our community allotment, believe it or not. They're probably a bit small because I put them in too late, but there you go. And
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that one looks a bit sad.
Right.
Yeah, that's quite a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got a giant pumpkin. I don't even know what that one looks like. We've got a giant pumpkin, and there's like a medium pumpkin to be carved. Because, another drum roll please, on Tuesday, when it is Halloween, we're having a Halloween party as part of our swap shop and all the rest of it from 5 till 7. And the co-op are giving us a load of sweets to give to the children so they can come and trick or treat us.
That's all right. That's
You
nice.
might be being brave there. Joe might want to clear the car park of all her cars because we'll have hordes of children. She looks worried already, bless her. So, yeah, possibly. No, they'll be all right. So, yeah, we're looking forward to having a really fun time with the kids because, like I say, there's not a lot going on for the kids locally.
No.
Apart from, obviously, what Glamis Hall and St Mark's are doing, of course.
There's normally a lady on Goldsmith Road that opens her house up
Is there?
and does a massive horror thing in her garden for the kids to walk through, and they get goodie bags.
Wow,
She,
okay.
I should think she's probably
Where's
decorating
that?
the weekend on Goldsmith Road.
So that'd be good.
She's done it for years.
Is it the same lady that dressed as an Easter bunny for us?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, she
I
does
did
a
mean to go
big
and see it.
Halloween event at her house normally.
Yes. Well, I was hoping to get in contact with her, so I might knock her up on the way back to see what she's doing. Because if we can combine the two, that would be fabulous. Because I'm hoping to do a bit out there. We'll see what time allows.
Anyway, I've just looked in my diary and I can come down there on the 7th.
Of November, so that's next week, isn't it? Not next week, the week after.
Week after.
Well done, Joe.
Week after.
Well done, Joe. Good. So that could be a date then. You probably don't want to come for Halloween anyway, so there you go. There's too much messing around there. Something else I've got to share, if I can find it, is the Save Our Trees lot, Wellingborough Walks Action Group, have just been given permission to go to the High Court with the case. So this isn't really an update on it, but which is really, really fantastic news.
Yeah.
There you go. Jonathan's been creative again with a poster. Look at that, see? So it looks like we're doing Wheel of Fortune or something. And unfortunately, I don't know, have I got my finger in the right place? Where is my finger around here?
I can see it.
You can see it. That fella there on the end is yours truly holding up a poster.
Yeah.
There you go. The only thing about sort of going to the High Court is it's blooming expensive. So they reckon it's going to cost us about 30 grand. And we haven't got 30 grand. So we are asking people to dip into their pockets again. We have raised thousands and thousands, but we've also spent thousands and thousands trying to come to some sort of agreement that's, what's the word?
Balanced?
Acceptable. Yeah, balanced. Trying to save the trees without going to court, but unfortunately we haven't sort of had that reciprocated by the other two parties. But now we're going to court. It's all about tree protection or tree preservation orders. Always get that bit wrong. And actually proving that they actually mean something, because at the moment in developments they really don't, which is our case basically for going to court. And we hope that when we go into the court, and this is probably going to happen in the new year, that we can actually not only save the trees in Wellingborough, but also save hundreds of trees around the country just by making tree preservation orders actually mean something and stop developers having carte blanche to chop them all down.
We had some in our garden when I was a kid that had TPOs on them.
Yeah.
And all we were allowed to do was trim and keep them tidy.
Well, that's what it used to be.
Yeah.
You
couldn't
used to
do
see
anything
trees on
else.
them.
Yeah.
No. But now, like I say, people are just chopping them down here, there and everywhere. I think it's big business and mainly sort of infrastructure developments. But it's not on. I think we've all had enough. And the 61 trees that we were potentially going to lose in Wellingborough, yes, we've lost 16. I thought it was only 14, but I've been corrected. We've saved a lot of trees, but we need to take it to court to actually save them permanently. So that's what we're doing. There's a new crowdfunder. I'm not going to read you out the crowdfunder address because it's like, I don't know, as long as
Search
this
for
room.
Wellingborough Walks Action Group.
If you just go to saveourtrees.co.uk/donate, I've stuck a button on it so you can press it. Sounds like I do everything, but stick a button on it and you'll go through to the crowdfunder, or have a look on any of the social media things and have a look for that mad poster. I had a lot of fun making that. And you'll get there. One more thing from me, unless Joe wants to say
another thing. No.
There is something, because it's exciting time for the co-op as well, because we've got new causes. So out with the new. They've all been fantastic. Had a jolly good time. Celebration day on the 16th at the 2 stores. One's going to be at 1 o'clock at the Queensway. The other one's going to be 1:30, 2 o'clock at Red Hill store. But the new causes are going to be the Daylight Centre, fantastic local charity looking after a lot of homeless people, and also First Wellingborough Scouts. I've not been a scout for, crikey,
Let's not
a
count
few
those
years. Yeah, a few years. So I'm really looking forward to sort of getting involved with those two fantastic local charities and getting in there, giving them some pennies, but more than that, giving them a bit of support. So if you take your little blue co-op card to the co-op, you'll be raising money every time. If you've selected them as a cause, either on your app or through the website, you'll be raising 2p out of every pound you spend, and it'll be going to them. So that in my case is quite exciting. Well, there you go. It went live on Monday, and I think the Daylight Centre have already raised £1, which doesn't sound a lot, but we've only really started talking about it. So it's going to be good for them. I'm also the co-op member pioneer for Higham and Rushden. So we've got two new causes over there as well. I'll give them a quick shout out. We've got the Never Alone Project, who I met on Monday. Fantastic local charity helping the relatives, supporters, teachers of bereaved children. And we've also got the Higham Gateway Club, which have a lot of people in there that may be disabled, and they do a lot of things with them locally. In a couple of weeks, I'm hoping to go to the garden, Chichel College. They do a lot in that garden. So I'm quite good at gardening, so I'll be there with my spade and just try and sort of muck in a little bit.
Well, you say you're quite good, but you have just shown us the size of your pumpkins.
How rude.
Sorry, just
How
made me
rude.
giggle.
Oh, Joe.
They were the big ones. Look at the size of that thing there. It's pathetic, isn't it? There you go. But no, there is a big one behind me. Look at this. I'll tell you what. Seeing as Joe's being a bit mean to me.
No, I was just trying to have a laugh.
I know. But there you go.
You got this one.
Oh, did you grow that one? You cheated that
I
one.
can hardly carry it, but how big is that pumpkin? There you go. So some things do grow at the allotment. Obviously, these are probably a smaller variety, but I do appreciate Joe's sense of humour. Thank you, Joe.
Anyway, Joe, I will do that January boot sale.
Okay.
Do you need an email from me if I tell you?
Yeah,
I'll
can you
just
ping over a reminder email, please?
Yeah, okay.
So that's good. That's good, us working together.
There we go.
We've probably got about 2 minutes left because I'm too cheap to pay the bill.